Hey everyone, it's Arash and welcome back to my crypto analytics channel. Well, obviously it's been a while. We were away from the YouTube channel to analyze the market through the technical and on-chain indexes, but today I'm back here with the very clear analysis for the crypto market, especially for the Bitcoin, to see and analyze it through the on-chain and technical process. Let's have a look at it. Well, here we are. First of all, I would like to mention and go ahead with the technical explanations, because I'm going to explain a few things on it technically, which I really believe the market is still it's bearish, in a bearish trend, and it's going to fall more. So the first reasons which I'm pretty sure about this thing is this one, guys. Well, let's go on a daily chart and have a look at these two final flag which we were spoken about many months ago, about 4, 5, 6, 3 months ago, right? So the people who was in my channel, my friends, well, obviously my channel is not that big, so to say a lot of people is watching, but those people which was close to me and then was following my videos, they pretty know everything. So the first time which we were speaking about this thing, this final flag, the BTC in that time, it was about $97,000, right? Then it was ranging for a while, making the first final flag after a big crash right here. It was almost about 32% bearish. Then it was making this final flag, which the final flag top price was about $99,000. Then we mentioned that this final flag is happening and market going to crash for the second leg, which could be something between 30, 36, 38% bearish again. So we were speaking about this one. Then we had the second leg right here, as you can see, and it was about 39% drop again. And again, I have many videos for the second final flag on my YouTube channel about a few months ago. Then we had the first leg, second leg, and third leg, okay? So then we had this third leg, okay? Then right now, the BTC in the past few months had seen $57,000 to $56,000, then start ranging and consolidating in this area, okay? So we are currently having a consolidations just right here. Well, that's the question. In a big picture, if we have a look at this very clearly, that's the question. Is this another final flag like this one and like this one, or no? This is a bull trend and going to crack a higher highs and higher lows, then go through the upward. So what's the answer? That's the thing. People, they were pretty sure, so by hitting this point at $63,000 and making a higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, they were thinking, so yeah, the market turned to the bull market and we are not going to see any lower prices. But the thing is that, so between $60,000 to $83,000, it's a huge gap. Well, the regular people, they definitely gonna think, so by having this huge gap between $60,000 to $83,000, so they're gonna be pretty sure the bear market is finished, then the market turns to the bull market, then we are done with the bear. No, that's totally wrong. So I'm telling you guys, do not get it wrong. This ranging right here with the bull trend market. So we're gonna go through few on-chain indexes too, and then make it a bit more clear why is this going to have another bear leg. So in my opinion, right now the market is playing something between $57,000 to at the moment $67,000. And let's drag this trend line to down right here. Can you see, guys? So it's pretty obvious. Yeah. So this was the final flag. Then we had this crash. This is the final flag. Then we will have another crash. Which levels? Even I'm going to tell you. But the only thing you're not certain about it, that is, you don't know the price going to 66 then fall down, or the price is going above 70 down is falling down, or even from here is going to fall down. That's a bit difficult to say, because obviously we had the macroeconomics data this recently, which was not really pretty good for the market, and also was not pretty bad for the market. But in another hand, we can see the real interest of the USA this recently has rise to the highest level in the past few years, and this is a bit well, obviously warn, and you should be worried about it, because whenever it goes up, definitely the market gonna crash down. And also the bonds are rising every day to the upward. And also if you have a look at the Federal Watch, still we got about 30 days left for the FOMC, but still there's like a few possibilities that we can have FOMC rate hike. Then these all things are going to make some concernities into the market. Then people will not be sure, so the market is from the economics is in a good condition. So that's all things includes the market to have huge volatilities, and do not be how can I say, do not be certain in any ways. That's why. But anyway, we are talking right now about technical things. So technically right now, to me, if we shift on a 2-hourly chart, well, obviously, to me, if the market goes above 64,000 to 64,400 and stables on that zone, probably it's going to see higher prices, 66, 67, even $72,000. But if that doesn't happen, so most likely the market just this week, it's going to fall a bit more down, maybe around 60, okay? But once the market starts falling down, the levels which I really expect the market gonna hit by this near future, to me personally, the POI point of interest 50 to $54,000, that's the first level BTC it's going to hit. Then the second level is most likely the BTC is going to hit is $48,000. Then probably, well, at the time which this happened, we gotta check the indicators and data, what is happening next. But to me, this is what I expect to happen, and most likely gonna happen. There's no 100%, but yeah. But to me, once this happened, most likely the BTC market is going, the crypto market is going to make some bottoms. Most likely we're gonna turn to bull market very soon, very soon, very soon. The crypto market is like a few months, okay? Well, these are the things with the technical. And right now, if we shift on a on-chain indexes, and we're gonna discuss about the main stuff. The main stuff would be, so the accumulation trend score, such a important thing for the market. Well, let me guys explain this to about a bit past, like a 2-3 years ago. So in the past 2 years, I'm just going to explain, okay? In the past, like 2 years, guys, let's say from here to here, okay? These trend score, when it's towards zero, that means there's no interest into the crypto market, no buyers, no one, okay? And how far out it goes to number one, that means there's more and more buyers and people who is interested into the crypto market and buying stuff, okay? So in this level, you can see the trend score, it was 0.0, then 0.2, 0.1, 0. Blah 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 blah, and the BTC price was about $58,000, $60,000, and as far as the accumulation trend score, it was getting dark and darker. Can you see? So 1 point, 0.6, 0.5, 0.8, 0.9, 0.8. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So as far as it's above 0.4, which means it's such a good thing. So as far as the trend score, it goes darker and darker, and there's more people to accumulate. Then BTC price was hiking, after a day after and after, okay? Well, from 60 until now, which is like 16th of December 2024, the BTC is from 60, spikes to $105,000. So this is the thing which happens through the on-chain indexes in the past. And right now, which I'm talking to you guys, in the past 6 months, can you see? The trend accumulation score was 0, 0, 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0. Blah, 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 blah. And this recently, since 2nd of July 2026, the trend score was again getting dark and dark and darker, okay? At the time, the BTC was $61,000, and right now it's been a few months. The trend accumulation score is in the highest level itself, and the BTC is playing between $60,000 to $66,000, $67,000. So what's the point? The point is that there's lots of institutional bonds and institutional investors which they are buying very massively by dumping the market. And whenever they dump the market, they themselves will start buying, and the regular people, short-term investors who need their money, so they're gonna get out of the market gonna dump more, and these rich people, which we will say, wealth and sharks, they're gonna accumulate more and more. So that's the reason, by according this trend, this on-chain index, there's a bunch of people behind the scene. They are massively buying, and in another hand, there is like a short-term investors and other people which they need their money. They are keep selling, okay? But the thing is that whenever this happens through the on-chain and combining them by the technical, so in a short time, so the market gonna have a fast drop, then it will reclimb to the higher prices. That's why, so I'm pretty sure the market going to dump a bit more, then make the bottom, then turn to the bull market very soon. Just be a bit more patient and trust the journey. That's all I could help with, and hopefully this video could help you guys. And enjoy the video, watch until the end. If you didn't subscribe the channel, and see you soon.